Watching an idea turn into an offer and 170 people register to show up, all because we actually got quiet on a coaching call and let God guide us in strategy. Because when you're building a business on a rock solid foundation, there just cannot be mixture. You have to be fully sold out in your business, in your heart, in your habits, in your lifestyle. In this video, love, I am sharing how to attract clients and followers the spirit-led way through Instagram. So no more striving, no more hustling, no more cold DMs, no more organic grind, no more praying for referrals and networking and not making any predictable growth. Now, this doesn't mean that there won't be discomfort along the way. Discomfort is the growing pains. That is how we grow. But this means that there won't be as much dis-ease along the way. This one is for the coaches, the digital marketers who are done playing small, they are done winging it, and they're ready to grow to the next level and to grow into their full potential in Christ. Because deep down, love, you know that you were made for more. You know that you were set apart, and you know that there is a calling on your life to help these people. What is God's perspective on expansion, love? Well, if we look at Isaiah 54, he says, sing, dance, expand your territory, spare no expense. So then you might ask, how does this apply to my business right now? So let's get into it. Because honestly, I used to think that scaling a business meant three things: posting daily, cold DMing strangers, praying that my content would go viral. And honestly, love, it never went viral until I found a strategy that felt like oxygen instead of anxiety. You've been spinning your tires, stressing, Googling late at night how to find clients without striving, without losing my soul, then this video is for you. This method infuses faith, strategy, and systems so your business finally feels like a breath of fresh air. We've helped countless coaches and marketers set this up. Jen was able to make, she had a 22K revenue week. We helped a marriage coach go from 3K a month to an 18K a month in their first 30 days. Now, they already had some clients before this. And then they were able to hit a 40K month, which is incredible. All glory to God. Laura was able to go from like 5K a month to 28K a month. Brianna signed her first 1K client in 3 weeks. And Nathaniel, digital marketer, grew from $900 a month to 10K MRR. And love, the honest to God most beautiful thing to see is watching an offer come to life, watching God breathe on it, because there are strategies and there's system and there's support along the way, and watching clients come when I wasn't expecting the amount of overflow at all. Watching an idea turn into an offer and 170 people register to show up, all because we actually got quiet on a coaching call and let God guide us in strategy. Because when you're building a business on a rock solid foundation, there just cannot be mixture. You have to be fully sold out in your business, in your heart, in your habits, in your lifestyle. So love, is it your time to finally step into the paradigm where you fully surrender your business to God? I remember this day so clearly when I was 18 and I had saved up like the whole year, 10 grand, and pretty much invested it all into my first business. And I remember the sales call, I was like, yep, ready, here you go, there's the money, no objections. And then after a full year, I made no money, but I did not give up. I decided to invest again into the next coaching program, and I'm gonna go over this overview like really quick, 90 seconds max. And in that coaching program, I again paid in full. So I was in college studying marketing. I stumbled across this coaching program that taught sales, marketing, ads, funnels, and paid in full once again. In 30 days, I landed my first client, went into the barista job I was working at the time, and said, I'm out of here. I love you guys, but I gotta put my 2 weeks in. And they all thought I was crazy, but I did it, and I haven't worked for anyone since. And then a few months after that, I actually had an 18.5K cash month, and Yeah, it was incredible, and I was actually working as their head coach for a few years, helping their students to grow their agency to 10K a month. I got mentored by 7-figure leaders. I learned how to confidently think, sell, serve, and that company taught me how to scale to 150K months with just 10K in ads. But guess what? I burned out, and hard. After realizing that a lot of the coaches and people I was working with, because I was doing all the work for them, they didn't really understand the principles behind it, and I really wanted them to have the confidence to scale their business, even if I wasn't there. So I actually moved into coaching after coaching countless people over the few years, and I started my own coaching offer. I landed 5 clients right out the gate, scaled to 40K a month, and now I help others do the same, but this time without burnout. And I'll be honest, every single breakthrough came from surrender. Just like when Peter was saying to Jesus, if you are real, ask me. If that is you, Jesus, ask me to step outside the boat. And he called to him, and then he locked eyes with Jesus, and he put one foot out in front of the other, right? When Peter stepped out, the storm didn't stop. But that is when the miracle came. And that is what this journey has felt like for me, love. Every time I take a step, I take a leap of faith, investing when it made no sense, quitting my job before I felt ready, building a coaching business from scratch. Each time was a step out of the boat moment. And this video right here could be that moment for you too. You cannot experience supernatural growth if you cling to comfort. I moved to Bali with like 6K to my name, and I came back with over 20K in my bank account. The move comes before the miracle, and obedience always precedes before overflow. So if you're at around 0 to 10K a month, you want to grow past 10K months, and you are done striving and you are done hustling, lean in, because I'm sharing the exact method that we use to help our clients do this. And the brand authority method is about 1, dominating the market for the glory of God, building brand authority, booking qualified sales calls on your calendar, raising your prices, working with higher quality clients, delivering amazing results, freeing up your time, and being able to scale to those 10, 20, 30, even 40K months. We're here for the ones who are building legacies, who have callings on their life. And it's not just about shortcuts. If you're someone who is serious and hungry to help people have transformation and not just sales, you feel stuck between potential and performance, and you crave a business that is peaceful and profitable, then you're exactly who this was made for. Now, most coaches are in one of these 3 places. First is the seed planter. You're making anywhere from 0 to 5K a month. You're a beginner. You might have some mindset issues, some limiting beliefs. You're sowing some seeds, but you haven't seen the fruit. And you might have experienced fear or uncertainty that has held you back. Now, I want to talk to the faithful steward. You're making around 5 to 30K a month. You've been planting seeds. You're seeing some results, but you are just exhausted, and you are not feeling inspired, and you do not feel on fire. Your fire is igniting, and you need momentum. And you might even be a 1-person team doing it all, doing the content, doing the DMs, doing the sales calls, doing the fulfillment, and you haven't properly learned how to install systems to delegate, automate, and eliminate. You haven't been able to fully create systems that allow you to produce content in a way that feels natural, authentic to you. And you just are relying on hustle to continue to scale. Now, the kingdom builder. This is someone who is at 30 to 100K months. You have been faithfully stewarding the calling and mission that God has put into your heart. You are operating with peace, confidence, and clarity. You have systems set up that are working for you. You might even have a small team of people who are helping you along the way. And you are finally building a business that feels like it's freeing up your time and also glorifying God. Now, I have been prayerful about this. I even asked God about what should the name be. And I have a prayer board where I have basically like a who I am statement that is about who Emily Fisher is. And I've been reading it like every day the past year. And what's crazy is I talk about in it my inner circle full of God-fearing women who basically are like, if I were to get married, they'd be like my bachelorette, right? The people coming to my bachelorette. And what I realize is that, you know, the clients that we work with, they're like family, and they're like the people who I would invite to my wedding, because honestly, we pray with each other, we worship with each other, and I wouldn't want to serve anyone else. And the client results that we have seen have been supernatural, and so I really cannot take the glory. It really belongs to God. As soon as we started implementing prayer and worship calls, especially into the community, I started noticing just another layer deeper of kinship and fellowship, and also results, because when you come into agreement together for your business and pray over business and prophesy over your business, the Lord really does work, and He is real. So I want to go over kind of like that process, because we do start with predictable lead generation. We help you to set up an ad, a simple follower ad that speaks directly to the person that you want to talk to attract. And before we even get into the lead gen, we want to make sure, who are we talking to, right? So we have you fill out your buyer persona, we optimize your offer. After doing this for hundreds of clients, we write out an ad script together, you and me. This is done with you. We lock arms with you. And within that ad script, it's really talking directly to the person that you want to speak to. Like, what are they thinking about when they wake up? What are they thinking about when they go to bed? What are their worst nightmares? How does their day-to-day look like? We gather that knowledge, and then we speak to them. So we install a 24/7 client acquisition system, from me spending and working with clients, collectively spending over $100,000 on ads. So I understand what's working and what's not working to this date. That way you can attract quality leads without having to post every single day nonstop. And if you've ever said to yourself, I am a consistent person, but it's just not producing the fruit or the results, then this method is perfect for you. Next is really having a solid grasp on sales, right? So we implement a high converting 7-figure sales process, which this process has generated well over 7 figures in sales. We give you the system to allow you to enroll clients without feeling pushy, without feeling sleazy. And one of our clients, Sarah, a mom of 3, who was able to make $12K in just 1 week, she was working with other sales coaches before, and then she came to us. She finally found a system that worked for her, because most sales coaches are very masculine. They're very like pushy, and that's really what we're not about. We are here to help you with your business and make sure it still feels right for you. And lastly is the scalable business systems. We build a business that runs on structure and not stress. You scale without having to be stuck in the day-to-day operations. It is simple, it is sustainable, it is spirit-led, in a coaching space full of people that have inflated results, that have sold so many people lies on the easy new way and the shiny object. And it really just has people falling into the trap of making more money but not feeling fulfilled, of covetousness, of jealousy. I truly just feel like I was put on this earth to help you steward your calling and your gift that God has for you. So with this system, we help you to stop, to take a step back from the hustle of the world and get back into realignment with the river that is flowing, where you are aligned with God. It's time to take a step back from the hustle of the world and reintegrate into the river that is in alignment with God. The most beautiful thing is watching someone go from having a calling and feeling like God is calling them to this, to then landing an actual client, being able to service them, and watching how they have such a vision now, and they have such discipline now, and they understand why God has put them on this earth and why they went through the experiences that they did. You will get, along the way of implementing this entire system, 3 group clinics, 1 prayer and worship call every single week, personalized support Monday through Friday. You won't ever go 24 hours without hearing from me, and a private success call with me to help you get started right at the beginning to build momentum. And love, I just want to be transparent because a lot of people come to us and they say, oh, I just don't have the money. And listen, if it were guaranteed, you would do it, right? Of course, because everybody wants a guarantee. But what I have found and what I've noticed in my own journey, love, is that when I become the guarantee myself, when I decide that now is the season for me to steward what I have been called to do with excellence, I have to become the guarantee, right? And so you can either be the person who says, I'm just going to wait to find the money, or you could say, I'm going to get resourceful and invest, because I know how important it is for me and I know that this is a priority for me and I'm not going to just keep putting it off, right? So which of those two people gets their goal fastest? The person who gets resourceful. And why is that? Because they have a priority, because they know that it is time for them to actually solve this problem once and for all. I've helped so many clients who literally didn't have the funds, and we got creative. They were able to get resourceful, and within the first week, I really see God move on their businesses because they are obedient to sowing a seed. Every time that I have sown a seed, yes, it is scary. I literally just today invested into a coach to help me with inner healing and deliverance so that I can truly become the leader that my clients deserve, and I no longer am attached to traumas and I'm fully working on them. And was it scary for me to sow that seed? It always is, but guess what? I know that when you sow seeds in other businesses, it comes back to you, right? And so I felt that peace, and I told God to bless her business, bless this seed, God, and multiply it. And when you do that, watch how God works with you. And I hear that. I hear when people say, I don't have the time, but I just honestly, my mind goes to when I was like in college, taking literally the most amount of credits that you possibly can, 20 credits, 5 full classes, working a 9 to 5 and growing a business, and I was still doing 100 touch points. And yes, I burnt out at that time, but I'm like, in the beginning, you can't say I don't have the time, because really you prioritize the things and you find the time for them, right? We don't create time, we find time. Even for so many of my clients who are literally like single moms, you know, Flora was a single mom of 2 and she was still able to create the time to post, to do the ads, to run through the course, to show up, to implement, right? Sarah, also a mom of 3, able to do all of this. Other clients were able to come in and then quit their jobs because they finally created the time and they knew that this calling was important and they wanted to be obedient to the call. And when it comes to having your spouse or your business partner, please have them show up to the call. I don't want to waste time here. Let's make sure that we are showing up ready and expectant for what God is going to do. We even had a client come to us with, they were a couple, they were on the call, and the guy, he was just there, to support his girl, and he ended up wanting to build a coaching business too, and now they're building a coaching business. She ended up just landing her, I think it was 3rd client, and she started from scratch. She had joined other programs, didn't see any results, and now they're thriving together building this business. How amazing is that? So love, if you are at the point where you know that you can help people, but you haven't seen the results that you know that you are capable of, then it's not a you problem right now, it is a strategy problem. But you also have to take ownership and responsibility for not putting yourself in the position to get that strategy, right? And so that is why you clicked on this video. And so that's why I want to keep telling you about these people who decided to take that next step, like Nathaniel, who came to us, and you can check out his client interview. He literally was only making $900 a month. He just felt like, what's going on in my life? Like, he just didn't feel like he was living on purpose, and he was able to scale up all the way to 10K monthly recurring revenue, and it is just incredible to watch. And the only thing worse than failure, love, is not trying, is staying in the same place 6 months later, still watching YouTube videos, and still not taking action on your dreams. Clarity doesn't come from just waiting and hoping and praying longer. It comes from taking a step out of the boat. Here is what I know to be true. God does not bless hustle, he will bless order. And when you come under the covering of someone who has the strategy, the system, and the infrastructure to help you build a business that will glorify God and do it in a way without striving and with the Spirit, that is when you can finally step into the calling with Him, building it with Him, scaling God's way. Your marketing will become your ministry, your ads will become assignments, and your clients will become your calling. You do not have to strive for what you're already anointed for. And I just want to share a quick story, because the other night I was dreaming, and then I woke up and spontaneously I just had this like download of an ad that I should write, and I got out my notes app and I started writing it out, and then in the morning I just made a quick video of B-roll. I voice memoed over it, and then I put it up online, and I was like, you know what, this is going to be an ad. I ran the ad, and it got the most amount of leads for the spend that I've ever seen, and they were qualified leads, love. And that is because I built it with God. And so I'm not saying that we just use God for supernatural growth, but I know that there is supernatural growth for those who want to work with Him. And we're not just coming to God for blessings. This is a relationship with Jesus, right? This is a relationship with Him.